Alright, let's do this. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend going? Had a nice couple days off. We are ever moving closer to October. I'm excited. I really am. I am like crawling out of my skin. I know you can't tell the sound of my voice, but I am kind of like I haven't really done an art project in 2 years. My last big art project was the slimes, and I really kind of been drifting. Ever since. I think it was last year I was going to do pirates, but pirates just didn't quite manifest themselves. They were I was really expecting, because I belong to so many different communities, that I was really expecting like the communities to kind of like pull together and really get this thing going. Alright. I will be right back. Weird. I leave it running and it just goes beep, beep, beep. So yeah, we are kind of muddling through. But yeah, I mean, I haven't stopped drawing. I've been going pretty consistent for a while, as far as the art goes. I reason I stopped doing the potteries is because it's not my design. I didn't create them, and I've been asked like a bunch. I can't even tell you like people think that like because I do it for free, they're losing out on the $50 or whatever they charge for the potteries, and it's like, no, you're not losing out. And if somebody was going to pay you $50 to do their pottery, I mean, they're going to pay you regardless of whether I do it or not. It's still in my art style. But I just love doing it. The chibis and onesies was one of my first, and I would love to have done that again. That would have been fun to do again. I wanted to do the trick or treat. Oh, I did the last project that I actually did was me in Halloween costumes or in horror costumes, depending on which one to do it for Halloween. That was fun to do, but it wasn't really a project. It was kind of like a challenge. That was my last project that I did. And streaming DVD, Dead by Daylight. So like if I was a horror monster or a villain, I played a killer. If I was a good person or a hero, I played Survivor. That's how I did that. That was fun to do. Definitely had a lot more time to paint it. This year is going to be a little bit different. It's kind of weird because I don't have anybody pulling out. I think people have I did have one person, say they didn't want to do it, which is okay. I kind of wish I really wanted them to be a part of it. my favorite, and not my best song, is If I Were an Orc, parody song of If I Were a Boy. Yeah. Yeah. So, as a, you know, yeah. So I really want this to be like an absolute, like, incredible project, with the time constraints, with everything. Like I really want to, like, and I don't want to use that as the excuse of why it wasn't like the best thing ever. I don't want the challenge to be. I want to meet the challenge. I think I have a few other surprises in store. That I'm working on, that I want to get done before October starts. No, we're in really good shape. We really are. Like I said, if somebody does drop out, it's not going to be like, what do I do? I'm already going to have a replacement. Get some ideas. And I know that I got pretty much half the month left. Month of September left. Which does kind of flip me out, just so you know. I started this early enough that I'm now in a holding pattern. We should do good. We should do just fine. been trying to avoid. I think what it is that I've been like thinking about it for a while, and I'm not even going to talk about what's been really going on in the news, or what the news has been focusing in on, because I don't think it deserves any type of focus. I will say that, like, with all the shootings and stuff like that have happened, I'm so freaking numb to it. I'm so numb to it all. I'm so numb to the fact that, like, you know, I used to be shocked, and, like, you know, schools used to do active shooter freaking drills and stuff like that. When I was in school, that was the last thing we were thinking about. I don't even think it wasn't even on our minds. Not even just the last thing. Offices are doing shooter, what to do in case of a shooter and stuff like that. Even my work does something similar to that. And I'm just like numb. Like, I hate to say it, I'm just numb to it all. And I'm not a, oh, it can't happen to me. I'm just numb to it. But I will say that, like, you know, you have two political parties, one that actually is actively calling for violence, and the other one is actively calling for non-violence and taking the high road, and, you know, doing, you know, trying to do what's best for all, not for some. You know, you have those two political views, and, you know, when a shooting happened, all of a sudden they're freaking talking about, you know, the evil of the non-violent people, and it's like going, that ain't us. It's your culture. That's your world. We don't understand it, and we're numb to it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's numb. I think everybody should be kind of numb to it. It's just so, like, the hate and the stuff, and, you know, the hate culture that we live in, and it's our, you know, current, you know, administration, you know, like, where was the call to arms when, you know, actual politicians are getting shot and killed? Just creates more hate. Hate doesn't solve anything. Hate doesn't get to any root of the problem. It won't end the hatred. Hate just grows more hate. And when people like me get numb to stuff like that, it's just like, you know, we have trouble figuring out the love and the compassion, the empathy. I didn't even know the person who got shot's name until he was shot, and now they basically turned him into a martyr. Which, like, a martyr for hate culture, or a martyr not for it? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why you're martyring somebody who, you know, promoted hate, promoted deaths. It's just beyond me. Comprehensive gun reform. I mean, it's just how it has to be. integration, not enforcement. And all this, you know, when you have to resort to using guns and violence and that stuff, that means that we've thrown out all other options. Because once you do that, it's like that's all you get. Love, love, love. Love is the answer. Love was the answer. Love will always be the answer. And you can never have too much. Even a little bit of hate is too much, but you can never have too much love. I'd rather talk about works. Why I'd rather talk about anything else. Would love to talk about anything. I mean, Dakimakara just means love pillow. That's probably why I'm so drawn to it. So I draw it. Bad pun. Yeah, I still do not own a Dakimakara. And one of these days, I'm gonna. I think if there was more interest, I would definitely be doing more of it. And it's really like kind of a catch-22. Commutes, I would do more morning commutes. I think that if there was more interest in my projects, I would do more projects. I mean, the pirate thing didn't fail because I couldn't do it. Fire project failed because I didn't have any interest. I literally could not even, when I started it, because I was going to start it in January, and I wanted to finish it at Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is coming up. I think it's coming up. What I was going to do is from January till then is, create all the ships, basically dividing up the communities into ships. Because I belong to a bunch of different communities. I don't belong to just, it's not just the Sparks. I mean, everybody's a Spark, but But yeah, I was gonna do that, and I just it didn't just fall by the wayside. It just never kind of materialized. I needed more than I could handle in the beginning. I needed more interest than I could handle, and I didn't get it. And then the interest that I did get, I mean, it was kind of like going, okay, let's see what you do. No, uh, and I know like games like Sea of Thieves and stuff like that is what sparked it, and I was ready to do that. And I was just like, it wasn't even. I couldn't even get 12 people per community. I couldn't even get 5 people per community. Nope, I didn't even realize. Um, let's end it here. Cool beans in the comments below. It doesn't have to be cool beans. It can be whatever comment you want. It just had one of the most loveliest comments ever. I don't know what this is, but I love it. Ah, it makes me happy. But yeah, you can make whatever comments you want. The comments are basically, it's kind of like this, like to see if um, YouTube analytics are actually paying attention. Because if everybody who watches this makes a comment, I swear to you, I'm going to have more comments than views. I definitely have more comments than time. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I mean, like, join, don't join, all that fun stuff. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. Hope you're enjoying yourself. What are you doing for October? And if anything, all that wonderful stuff. So take care of yourself. Be well. And be safe. And I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye.